if you're going to do something, you better carve out your own market. Because believe you me, I've seen a lot of guys graduate from my art school who are the best cab drivers right now in Toronto. And they were a lot better than me, and probably even still to this day, if they pick up a pencil, they'd be better than me. But bottom line is that they didn't have the focus or the drive in a direction, whereas I kind of chose this direction because A, I was comfortable with it, and B, it was an untapped market in the Toronto area. At this stage in my career, I'm picking and choosing exactly what I want to do, and it's been rewarding that way.
This looks like the place. Well, this is going to be the future home of Rose Cherry. Rose Cherry's home. My name's Rob MacDougall, and I kind of picked the coldest day of the year to be doing this, but this is going to be the warmest house on the planet from when I saw the blueprints of this house that's being built. I've known Don Cherry since 1985. I've known Rose that many years, and she was a great lady. And what I plan on doing is I want to do a painting where we're going to make a limited edition print that will be sold with the proceeds going towards the Rose Cherry home. I'm going to take you through this painting from beginning to end so that you can understand and appreciate the labors that I have to go through in order to make it happen. Okay, so now we're going into my studio. This is how about 10 feet by 10 feet, and as you can see, it is pretty compact. There's tons of stuff. I stick to the walls. If I had a room that was 20 by 20, it'd be in a bigger mess, so if I keep it 10 by 10, it's nice and compact. This is basically my inspiration. It was titled American Gothic. We should have a Canadian Gothic. So I'm proposing that I'm going to be putting Ron McLean here, and obviously Don. But in the background, I'm going to use like a barn-shaped arena. What I try to key in on is light and shadow, making sure that all the detail is done with the pencil. And then when I go into the painting, I make it transparent so that the pencil always comes through, so that you can determine the light and shadow where the shadowed areas are. It's just a process that I've done, and I call it trial and error. I've learned techniques from people. Like, I'm no genius, man. I've basically apprenticed by just looking at what other people do. One thing about the art world too is that no one's original. I mean, I'd like to think I'm original, but you're not. You know, I made it a policy in my life to always sit beside the best kid in class. My whole life. Even when I was in grade 3, I always sat beside the best kid. They always had the best answers. So I figured I'm going to apply this to my art career. So when I went to art school, I always sat beside the best artist in the class, and I used to sit and watch how they drew. That's how I developed. So I'm a cheater, big time. Now I'm doing the line work on the barn. And I'm just eyeballing this. I'm not using any math. When I started this as a career, I retired. I am not, like, what I've done in my retirement, I've probably made some good money, but it's not like a job. It's, what am I, okay, give me $1 million bucks. What do you think I'm going to do tomorrow? I'll probably come back here and start drawing again. So, it's very rewarding to sit back and do something, or fire something against the wall that you don't like, which I've done. I'm never going to get as good as I want to be, but I have to find some form of content along the way, you know. All right, so where do I begin? Get ready. Why not? This is where it all happens. And like I said, I'll just lay this in flat. So here you go. I did all this pencil drawing, and I didn't really need to, but I do it